Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Bulletin Board Heroes here on Share Talk for Monday the 8th of October. And quite a selection today, starting off with Corero Network, where good progress has been made, as one would expect, after the unfilled gap to the upside through August and September resistance. The view at this stage is that while we're above that old May peak, which is around the 11 pence level, we're looking for a target as high, a best case scenario target as high as 20 pence over the next couple of months at the top of a rising one-year trend channel. Next up, stock which is in the news today, apparently, CapEx, where we've gapped up through the top of this falling wedge in place since, that's last summer. The resistance line on the wedge currently around the 11 pence level, and while we're above that, looking for a retest of the best levels of last year towards 18 pence. It might be a bit early to look at Mediazest after the recent battering that the shares took, but at the moment we've had see the stock just hitting the top of this falling wedge and the 50-day moving average at 0.12. End of day close above 0.12 should be enough to get the shares back towards the main resistance here, 0.16 to 0.18. Stop loss obviously back below 0.1 at the moment, but hopefully on this occasion with the long candles, green candles last week, we should see some momentum to the upside. NTOG is a stock which has had quite a rocky ride in the recent past, but worth looking at the moment just to see really whether it's going to break this slightly troublesome 3.5 pence area. The formation here, falling wedge, but obviously a wide one, so still a bit of work to do on that one. But at the moment, 3.5 pence the trigger for the bulls. On to a stock which is highly speculative and remains so, but looks as though we've got a wedge situation here. Obviously, there was fireworks in July for the shares towards 8 pence, and they fell back rather sharply. But here we have a clear wedge. 1.8 pence plus on an end-of-day close basis could be the level to look at as we anticipate a move towards at least the 50-day moving average at 2.46 pence. Stop loss obviously back below 1.5 pence. One of the best stocks for last week, good recovery, was Powerhouse Energy, where finally broke that triangle that we had there, and the end-of-day close above 0.35, leading to decent push to the upside. Prediction previously was that we could hit the 200-day line at 0.47 pence, something which has been done today. For those who are still fans of the stock, next move here would be on an end-of-day close or a weekly close above the 200-day line. That could take the shares as high as 0.8 pence, which is the top of a broadening triangle formation in place since February. Stop loss probably back below that initial October peak. Ideally, the shares don't go back below 0.38, which should now become support for the shares. On to stock which I've looked at a couple of times before, Rockfire Resources. Here we see that the shares need to break this to the top of this falling wedge at 1.27 pence, end of day close above that. If you're cautious on the shares, maybe you want to see 1.37 broken at the 50-day moving average ahead of a notional 1.6 pence target. Stop loss back below the floor of the wedge, which is around the 1.1 pence level. Just a couple to go now, and this looks quite interesting here. This Srt Marine Systems had the breakout on Friday, gap up through the 50-day moving average, long solid candles there over the last week, and breaking above the 200-day moving average of 27.99 pence. If we hold above that today, should easily make 36 pence, which was the old May peak for the shares. Stop loss on the whole thing at the moment back below the 50-day moving average at 26 pence. Finishing off with another decent looking setup comes in the form of TomCo Energy. I think I looked at this before when we were around the 6 pence 6 to 7 pence area, now 8.5, and looking as though it could hit that red resistance line projection at 19 pence over the next month or so, especially while we hold above the initial October peak at 7.1 pence. That's it for me. More updates tomorrow.